filming. That's what's happening.
Yeah, she's filming another video.
Oh my gosh. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Amanda Klaas, also known as the Yellow Orchid Child, and thank you so much for watching this video. So for today's video, it is Sunday, and after the week that I had, I thought I really needed to film this video. So yeah, last week was probably one of the stressful weeks of this year. I had 4 assignments due last week, 2 of which were group assignments, one of which was my final advertising assignment, which was the big ad campaign that we had to conceptualize and present to 2 of our lecturers and 1 TAT leader. So that was the most stressful assignment we had, because we were doing that literally the whole entire semester. But with that, it went really well. You know, like, no one likes group work. It was just, yeah, but it happened, it's over, and yeah, it went really well. We decided to conceptualize an ad campaign for the SANBS mobile app. They absolutely loved it. They actually want us to pitch it to the actual SANBS. So I'm a little bit stressed for that, but that is absolutely great that they believe in us that much. But yeah, that went pretty well. The other assignment was our video production assignment. Also a group assignment. Our group worked pretty well together. So I have no complaints about that. It was just a little bit like the editing process. We were just like, we're not sure like how to piece things together and all that stuff, because we were like arguing about like, should we have bloopers, should we do that, should we do this? But Carmen and I edited the hell out of that video, and I will have that up on my channel actually pretty soon. But yeah, that went very well as well. And then the 2 other assignments, can I just tell you, I had a 2,500 word essay that was on existentialism that just was giving me hell, honestly. Like, I spoke to one of my classmates and he was like, isn't that due for the 29th? And I'm like, don't even try that. I'm pretty sure it's due on the Friday, and I'm stressed out because I know how finicky our lecturer is. We love him. He's the funniest. He's the greatest lecturer, but his assignments are just like extremely difficult, and he's very picky as well, and he's very strict in terms of marking and stuff like that. So I was just like really stressed out because existentialism is a really difficult topic, and it's like hard to write about. So I was just like dying inside, and it was a lot of words. That's the most part that I was just like stressed about, because it was a very long essay, and I had an essay due the day before that, and I had like a whole bunch of assignments due that week. So I was just like so yes, Thursday afternoon I was in my car and I was just going through the most. Actually, before I got to my car, I walked past a couple of my friends and they were like, is this you? Because you look terrible. Like, I was going through the utmost, honestly. I had just finished editing the video assignment and I was going home so that I can finish this existentialism assignment, and can I tell you that I had a breakdown in my car. I texted my mom. I was going through the utmost. So yeah, I was a hot mess basically. But after talking to my mom like a couple of days later, I realized that I'm probably talking to like the wrong people, because like I've been like talking to my friends and my classmates and stuff like that, and we're all going through the most, which adds a lot more to that. And then the emotion is just too much, because you talk to someone and then they're also like, yeah, but I haven't started as well, and then it's like, oh my gosh, more panic, because the person you're talking to, you expected them to be at least halfway so they can help you, and they're also in their own little space of breaking down. So it's just like, yeah, a mess. So like one piece of advice that I would give, that my mom gave me, is to talk to someone, like an external person. So talk to either your mom, your grandma, like your sister, or someone who you can trust, someone who's going to give you good advice, someone who's going to try and calm you down, but also someone who's going to be realistic with you. So like I know like my mom is very realistic with me, so she was asking me like, okay, when did you get each of these assignments? Like, did you plan out when to do each of them? Which is easier said than done, I think. Yeah, like honestly, I just feel like it's easier said than done, because you get assignments, yeah, in due time, but then if you think about the amount of work that is needed for each, so like in terms of group assignments, like our campaign for instance, I'll put that as an example, there's so much work to be done. So each person has a role. One person is a researcher, one is the campaign manager, one is the media person, which was me. I did the print ads and all of the ads basically, and then another person does like the background info, not the research, but like background of the company, like all of that stuff. So we divided our work up into sections and into roles for each person. But now it comes to a point where actually doing the work is actually a lot, on top of going to classes, on top of having other assignments to do. So if you think about it that way, like honestly, it is easier said than done, because also we have another group assignment, which is a magazine that's for November. That's also a lot more stuff to do. So you have to write like 5 different articles and all of that stuff, and then you still have essays in between and tests in between. So on that, I do think it's easier said than done, but it's something that can be done, if you get what I'm saying. Like I'm not someone who plans like schoolwork in advance. I can plan everything else, that I'll tell you, but like in terms of like schoolwork, it's so difficult for me to plan everything else, because some things just happen so spontaneously. Like you'll get something like there and then, like different tats and stuff like that, and it's like just throws you off. So it's really hard for me like to plan things in advance, but I think it's time to get into that, maybe for exam time and also maybe for next year, just to have that in mind, that things need to be done in due time. But with that being said, also I just want to say that on the point of breaking down and meltdowns and going through the most, I think that personally for me, it's okay to at least have a meltdown, like at least once. Like for me personally, it's a bit much because I cry for almost everything. So my meltdowns are almost all the time, if not like every night, which is a problem. It's problematic. I know, I recognize that. It's something that obviously I'm working on, but I do think that to have one big meltdown at least once, it's okay. You can't harbor all of those issues, all of that like sadness, all of that, I don't know what you have going on, but you can't harbor all of that. You can't keep that in for so long. Otherwise one day you're gonna burst, and you're gonna burst at the wrong time, at the wrong moment, at the wrong place. So it is kind of important to just have that time where you just completely just let it out in whatever shape, way or form that you do it. But it's important to also work on that. So like I said earlier, talk to someone constantly. Have that person that you talk to every night, like, okay, hey, you know, this is what I did in my day. I'm just a little bit stressed about this and this and this and this, but I think this and this can be done this way to prevent this and this from happening. You get what I'm saying? And then they can also have their input and be like, oh yeah, I feel like you should do this and that, so that that doesn't happen as a result, or maybe this will happen as a result and everything will be fine. So if you have that constant person that you're going to talk to, then it kind of like takes away from the stress and anxiety a little bit, because then you're not going to be thinking about all of that stuff by yourself, harboring it inside and like putting it away, pushing it away as well, for that day when you actually like under pressure and everything is just becoming too much for you, you're overwhelmed, and then boom, everything is just out at the wrong time. So I think that would be like a healthy way to kind of de-stress as well. Just talking is a good way to de-stress. And then also meltdowns often happen when you're not taking care of yourself as well. I've found that's for me personally, when you're either overeating or undereating, when you're not drinking enough water, or when, I don't want to call it binge eating, but when you don't eat for like the whole day, you get grumpy, you get angry, all of that stuff, and then you eat all at one time and then you get like sick. And then also with that comes emotion, because now you're like sad because you did that, and now you're not feeling great, and now also you have this assignment that you need to do, and then it's all just like a whole big mess, and then you just break down. So also that's like a really bad thing to do. That's also something that I'm working on, because sometimes I don't feel like eating, and it's just like I'm really not hungry. Like I'm so busy in my day that I forget to eat literally, and I don't ever get to a point where I'm hungry. Or sometimes like I'm hungry all the time and all I do is eat throughout the day, and that's also not healthy for you unless you have healthy snacks and then like actual meals in between, if you get what I'm saying. But that's also like something that I'm working on, and I think that's like something that everyone should also like take into consideration and think about. But all in all, I just think that we've all come to a time as students where, or even if you're working, where things do get too much. Like also it's October, it's almost the end of the year. The year has been maybe a mess for some, maybe it's been good for some, and now like things are creeping up. But I just think that it's okay to not be okay sometimes, to feel overwhelmed, to feel stressed. It's just the way in which you handle it that's important, and the people that you have in your life also very important. So yeah, just felt the need to say that, because I know a lot of people have been going through some, and I've just been through, yeah, a lot. But I think that we can get through this, and for everyone who's a student who is going to go into exams soon, it's going to be okay. The worst is over, honestly. All of these assignments, the tuts, the tests and all of that stuff, the worst is over. Exams are normally like kind of chilled. Even though you get to the exam and it was extremely hard, you find that afterwards when you get like it back, or you get the memo and everything, when you get your marks, it was fine, honestly. So I think it's going to be great. The worst is over. Just have your little times of motivations, your downtime. Honestly, if you meditate, if you pray, if you need to talk to someone, talk to someone. Honestly, just do what needs to be done so that you're at peace, you're happy, you are at a point where you can go on and you can write exams properly in a safe, great space, like feeling good, not in a pressured. So yeah, I really hope that kind of made sense. It helped someone. I just felt like I needed to vent as well a little bit. But yeah, honestly, simple little tricks and tips and little things that I go through, that I'm sure there are people who also go through the same. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any other videos that you'd like me to do, any advice to give, anything at all, you can DM me on Instagram, or you can leave it in the comment section below. But from me, thank you so much for watching this video, and till the next one.